So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Franchise Marketers Network here at the NFC in Melbourne. I'm really delighted to be sitting down with Joel from Jim's Group. He is quite famous, as it turns out, in franchising, having really started to revolutionise the way people think about franchising, and he has quite the following on many of the social media platforms. And I thought he's not with us. He's actually on his honeymoon, if you can believe it, which is sort of exciting. But I thought we'd sit down with him and just ask him a few questions in advance of kicking off the event today. So thanks for giving us some time here, Joel. We're actually in the Jim's podcast studio.
We are, yes.
If you can believe that. This is where we're here live with Joel. Many of you would have seen plenty of his videos. What's been the sort of biggest and hardest thing for you to get Jim to think about as you pivot to more of an online marketing approach, if I've articulated that correctly?
It was more just the trust and the buy-in. So I started doing this probably back in 2019, and then it was slowly, it was really unusual for us to do it. Like no one really knew Jim is a mythical sort of creature and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I'm starting to do video content with him, and then he's getting more recognised and things like that. And then it was very hard at the start because we were saying things online, we're being really transparent. Because you've interviewed Jim before, he's really honest and transparent. Right. And when in franchising, sometimes, honesty and transparency doesn't always go the case with content. Some people hide things and all that sort of stuff. So Jim just says flat out, you can take all your clients and walk away if you pay a fee, all these sorts of things. And so initially I got a bit of kickback from franchisors more than anything else. But getting Jim to do it wasn't overly hard because he saw the ROI from it pretty much straight away. Right. So when we did our first business video series back in 2019, people were coming into training saying, I watched this or I watched that directly to Jim. So then he's going, well, that took me 5 minutes to do as a video, yet I've got a new franchisee into training, and that was the thing that got him here. And then franchisors going, well, I'm getting all these sales because from the video content that Joel and his team are doing and Jim doing, so I'm going to be supportive of that as well. So it was really easy to get him to buy in. Literally, Jim's a massive audiobook listener. He listens to 2 audiobooks a week, and sometimes if I want to get something through to him, I won't tell him, I'll just go, here's an audiobook I recommend you listen to, and that was Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It book, which is all about social media. And the stuff that I was telling him was a lot of from that book, and then he listened to the book and then he goes, as the book you gave me, we need to do this, this, and this, and this, and pretty much gave me free rein to hire a full-time videographer. Then said, get another one. I want you doing video every day on all these channels and blah, blah, blah. And from there, everyone in training sees them and cites them as being one of the things that really help them get across the line. So, and all the franchisors love it because they're getting people coming into their recruitment funnel, if you want to call it, right, who've already watched 50 podcasts or seen 60 things or whatever it is. They're already well pre-qualified before even doing the inquiry. So sort of getting the runs on the board with the results of doing the videos, how I've been able to do so much. And then from there, it's just a matter of just scaling it and doing more and more and more.
Yeah, right. And so were you employed as a traditional CMO? Or
definitely not. I've been here for 15 years and I started here as a 2-day-a-week law clerk in our legal department. And then from there, I went to Jim's Insurance.
You're a lawyer?
I did a law degree. I never became a lawyer.
Right. I did not know that about you.
No, I did a law degree and I didn't want to do it. I was doing it to keep my mum happy. So my mum wanted me to do it. I was like, I'll keep her happy, and I was doing it. But I was working here part-time whilst doing it. And then from here, I just sort of got into the company. I was in the legal department for a while in docs, and then I went to Jim's Insurance for 5 years and we fixed it up as a brokerage. And then from there, I fixed up our documents, the compliance and legal department. And then I just started putting my opinion in around social media, websites and all that sort of stuff. And Jim just sort of listened to it, implemented the changes, they work. Then all of next thing you know, I'm running marketing. And I didn't have a marketing background or interest in it. But what I've always done in Jim's is where does the business need to improve and what can I do and help it? Right. So that was Jim's Insurance back in the day when our brokerage was not good at all, and we fixed that up. And then we had our documents and compliance system was not automated. We've automated that. And then we had no real marketing footprint as a Jim's Group brand or Jim his personal brand or even Jim's Mowing really. So getting involved with that because that's what the business needed was where I went. But I don't think of myself as a traditional marketer, but I sort of fell into that sort of role at the moment.
Interesting. Yeah. But no formal training?
No formal training, no.
Wow. No. And that is...
That might sound very responsible on Jim's part, but it's worked out for him. So, but no formal training at all, no.
No, he seems like someone that would hire from the heart. He comes across, obviously, sometimes pretty aggressive, and the conversations I've had with him, you don't die wondering what he's thinking.
Well, I will say you do extremely well with him. I've never seen a man do so well with Jim as an external party, so you do really well.
Well, thanks for saying that. That's very much appreciated. And what about you? So do you interact with him every day? I mean, what's a normal day?
Oh, yeah, every day. Basically come in, Jim will come to the desk and go, got any videos for me to do? Yep, no worries. Open up TikTok. Where's 20 negative comments or questions, and just get him to off-the-cuff video replies, and then we do that a lot. We do long-form content with Jim. I do a lot of long-form stuff with other franchisees and franchisors who come in to hear where we are today.
Right.
All we've been doing literally today's videos. So you're our fourth person we've done videos with today. We've done dog wash, legal, life coaching. But Jim every day in the office just walks around. I play squash with him once a week. He beats me somehow at 73 and I beat him sometimes. I don't deliberately try.
Limiting, right?
I don't try and lose to him seriously.
Right.
Because when I start betting, he just stops playing me. So at the moment, he's on top. And then on the weekend, he'll send emails and things like that at all times of the day. But he's quite involved. He spoke at my wedding, so he's been a good friend with me. But we have contact all the time.
And is your week? Do you work a normal week?
No, it's definitely not normal. Every 3 weeks where we are right now, we have training. So we have anywhere from 100 to 120 new franchisees on site.
Here on campus?
Right now, on campus here. And I do the social media and AI training in there. So it's around an hour and a half. And then we have franchisor training sometimes, which requires us to do that. But then Charles here, behind the camera, does a great job. He does down the roads, goes out in the field and does filming with people.
Right.
Next thing I might be doing recruitment campaigns for people or getting franchisors to do content creation, paid media stuff, TV, PR. There's a whole bunch of different things,
of course,
no matter what happens. And then because of the brand we are now, we get a lot of national opportunities. So making sure we take those when TV stations call or news articles, so news websites come to us, making sure we're there ready to jump on that. But every week's really different, but we're just doing a lot of different content on different things in gyms and pumping it out all the time. And
not that you have to give me a number, but is there a balance between paid and non-paid, or are you more non-paid than paid?
Way more organic.
Is that right?
Yeah, way more organic.
Wow.
We do paid ads, but the biggest thing for us is the organic channels keep delivering for a long time. So our YouTube channel, which has got more than 3,000 videos on there, for example, people will consume them at their own pace. The great thing with YouTube is that when you stay in something for long enough, it's going to start recommending you more from that channel, right?
Right.
So when we get people watching our YouTube content, which is all the organic stuff, and they watch it for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, they keep getting served all the other podcasts and content we do, and that stuff then educates them over a period of time, and they become a franchisee. We do paid ads just to get the thing that plants the seed, but then people are cluey now. They go do their own investigation in Google. ChatGPT is becoming a big use case.
Right.
People go to Reddit forums now and search about your franchise.
Yep.
So we do so much content as well to try and counteract any negative stuff that's in forums and stuff, which is not true. But people do trust opinions on the internet a lot. So having so much content and volume we have on the organic channels and YouTube and stuff with the podcast, people can then work at their own pace in their own mind, and that sort of sells for them too. But we do way more organic than we do paid.
Right. Yep. And is there a differentiation between that process where you're recruiting for franchisees versus advertising the services?
For work leads. Yeah, definitely.
Work leads.
Yeah, definitely is, yeah. So work lead advertising our franchisors are responsible for. Most of them will concentrate just doing Google ads, making sure the franchisees get their Google business profile reviews and do a lot of the basic in-person stuff as well. Even though we're digital online marketers, the in-person stuff works. The local area marketing, the customer service, the basic stuff still works. So making sure they do that right. Then the franchisor handles the SEO, the online, paid ads with Google and Facebook ads and stuff like that. And we allow franchisees now to do their own social media. So franchisees can actually generate leads for themselves from a work lead perspective via their own social media accounts.
Right.
And I interview a lot of franchisees and I will ask them, how much do you generate from Instagram and how do you do it? And that video content we get from them giving advice, we then put our own intranet and then encourage other franchisees to do it, because the more they can fish for themselves, the better it makes for the franchisor too. So we have franchisees now who can generate work from Facebook groups, Instagram, TikTok as a franchisee, and we do encourage them.
And are you training them in that? They're coming here?
Yeah, literally today. So my session is social media and AI. It goes for 90 minutes. And I literally try and give as much knowledge as I can in that time. And then we have
this is to a room of franchisees.
New franchisees. Yep. So 100 people today, lecture theatre. Yep.
Onboarding. They're going whichever channel they're going now, wherever they're going.
So all the divisions come in for 2-day generic. So there could be someone from life coaching, bookkeeping, dog wash, whatever. They all do the same training. So we do a 90-minute session then showing how they can use social media to generate work for themselves, how they can use AI to help them with emails and quotes and things like that. And then from there, we have an intranet which has got all the podcast interviews I do with franchisees. Right. But what we do is we clip up the specific advice for topics. So on our intranet, we have how to convert clients into a regular customer, how do you upsell, how do you do this? And when they click in that section, they have 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute stuff from the franchisees telling them, not from me or from Jim or whoever. So they have all that advice there from them too. So quite often now when Jim gets emails from franchisees, I don't have enough work or whatever the issue is, Jim just says, watch these 6 videos or watch this and that, and they're learning from other franchisees. So that's how we do it.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been a short sort of masterclass on the insights of Joel. We really appreciate you giving us your time. It's a shame you couldn't be with us. You've said already that you'll be coming next year. We'll make sure we get the dates. Thanks also very much for helping with coordinating some of the content and just leading in and being part of FCA. So we really want to thank you. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Jane. I appreciate your interest in what we do, and also yourself. You're doing a great job with the FCA. I've told you this before, but I think it should be known publicly. Anything we can do to get behind you and help you and really push franchising, because there's a lot of myths around franchising. It annoys me, with people. Yep. We always tar us with the same brushes. There's a lot of misconceptions around it. So anything brands can do and we can do to help the FCA promote franchising as an industry, and we can do it, I think we should, which is why anytime you want to interview Jim or whoever, we will make that available for you, and hopefully he can help you not hurt your cause when you're doing all this stuff with government. I appreciate your interest in what we do and coming out. We appreciate it.
Really, really great. Really, thanks for saying that. Really appreciate your support, and all the best with your travels.
Thank you.
Thank you.